All right, guys, let's talk about bear market. So bear, not beer, not beer markets, bear market. So I made a video going over how bull markets work. Bull markets are easy. Stocks just keep going up, right? So today we're going to focus on the downside, the part that people hate, right? People love this. People want this, right? Stocks just go straight to the moon, right? They want to see their portfolio do this. But the reality is your portfolio, just like the market's going to do something like this. Maybe it just goes down a little and then boom. And then, that's normal. That's normal. But this is bull market behavior. In a bear market, you would expect the opposite, right? Because stocks keep doing what? They just keep going down. So that is the pattern right there. Maybe I can do a better job this. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. It just keeps going down lower. Maybe it fakes you out. Oh, this is it. End of the bull run here. Oh, no, it was a fake out. Like, the point is, in a bear market, it is absolutely normal for this to happen. We just keep going lower. And that's why people hate it. Because we just keep selling off over and over and over and over again with no end in sight, it seems. But this is also where the biggest opportunities are. But just know that this is normal. In a bear market, we go down, we bounce a little bit, right? We get a little bounce. People get excited on the bounce. You want to know why people, this. If you watched my first video today for the Learning to Read chart series, people get scared in a bull market when stocks drop. Well, as you can imagine, on the opposite side of that, in a bear market, when stocks go lower and then they bounce, people get really excited. They get really excited. They get really excited here, here, here. They get really excited on the pullbacks because they think, oh my God, this is it. This is the bottom. We're going to reverse from this bear market and go to the moon, right? We're going to start, instead of doing this, instead of going lower like this, they think this is the bottom and we're just going to, start bull running, right? So just remember that, because it's pretty much the opposite of a bull market. Oh no, it's over. It's the end of the moon as everything's dropping. Then, oh my God, this pullback here. Oh my God, this is it. This is the reversal. I timed the bottom. I'm so smart. And then boom, it goes lower. And this rinse and repeats until it finally does bottom out. And then we, start going higher and we go into a bull run. And thus the cycles repeat. So just making you aware that this is that's what you should expect in a bear market. Stocks just keep dropping, and the people trying to time the bottom, they get excited because, oh my God, this is it. We're going to the moon. I'm so smart. I timed the bottom. But if only, right? If only. So let me show you that on the charts now. On the charts, you can see NVIDIA here in the bear market of 2022. You can see NVIDIA hit a top at $34. And then what happened, right? You're going to start to see the pattern. Then what happened? It dropped to a new low at 27. And then it pulled back. Woo! We're going to keep going higher. Oh, no, 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 my friend. We went lower. Oh, my God. It's almost like what I showed you is coming true. And then again, the cycle repeats, right? Oh, my God, this is it. This is the bottom. Woo! Oh my God, I timed the bottom. This is the bottom. For sure, this is the bottom, right? And then boom, right? It just goes lower. And yeah, you're seeing it. Again, it's not perfect like in the drawing. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect like I showed you in the drawing. But it's still the same concept, right? It just keeps going lower until it finally bottoms out here, and it actually starts creating a higher low and a higher high. And thus, as I've shown you before, the cycles repeat over and over and over again. So look at this. This is the short. I don't know if it's not a bear market. Short-term downtrend here of this year, right? You can see very clearly, right? Like how obvious it is, and yet people get all like excited. Oh my God, this is it. This is the rally, the bull run. I timed the bottom. I'm so smart. And then we just go lower. I mean, at some point, you're going to be right? At some point, it's going to bottom out. We know that because the market goes up over the long-term higher, but yeah. So funny enough, if you zoom out, you can see here, we go to a new high, new low, new high, and even over the long term you can see the cycle pretty much repeats over and over again. It's just a pattern that can be abused if you know how to read charts. So there you go, guys. That's what to expect in a bear market. Just sell off after sell off after sell off. When there's a pullback in a bear market, people get excited, thinks it's the bottom, and it's not, and it just keeps going lower. So that's about it. I just wanted to go over like the fundamentals of how a bear market works. In a bear market, everything just goes, under the purple line. So in a bear market, you're getting a massive opportunity, right? If you go back to 2022, where's 2022? It was, look at this. It dropped from 35 to $10, and then from $10 to 90. A 9x on Nvidia. So that's why I always tell people, when stocks go under the purple line, it's a massive opportunity. You stand to make. That's where you can make that's where you can make the 3x, the 5x, the 10x. That's where the real money's at. And this goes for any stock. I can show you Palantir. Palantir is going to blow your mind. Look at this. In that same bear market of 2022, what happened? It dropped from a high of 44 to a low of $5. Then it hit a high of 207 recently. And guess what? It went under the purple line and way under it, as you can see. So it doesn't matter what stock it is. As long as you're buying a good one, obviously don't just buy a stock under the purple line just because it's under the purple line. Obviously, like color stock, you can see it's under the purple line, but it kind of loves staying under it and it never goes higher. So yeah, like just don't think that just because it's under the purple line, it's like an automatic dub. If you buy your Palantir, Nvidia, and the other good stocks that are out there, good companies that are out there, if you buy them under the purple line, you're getting a massive discount. So when they do go into a bull run, guess what? That's where you make your 3 to 5x. That's where the real money's made. SoFi Technologies, what happened? Nobody wanted it under the purple line in 2022. It was at a high of 30, came down as low as $4. Now in the bull run, went to 32. So you're seeing the pattern, right? You're seeing how stocks in a bear market, it's nothing more than opportunity. This is why I always tell people to have some money on the side for a bear market. Like have some, put some of your winnings off to the side for a bear market, because that's where you're going to really, that's where you can really 3 to 5 to 10x your account. And that's the big takeaway. This is why I always tell people, any drop, any pullback in a bull run, be excited for it. Like, yes, I get to buy the dip. Any bear market is just a really, really big drop that happens over the course of, that plays out over the course of months, and it's painful. I get it, but I mean, like I said, you should be excited. Some of you need to rewire your brain to think red equals yes, good. I'm excited. I'm happy. I can't wait. Bear market, yes, I can't wait to buy everything so cheap. I can't wait to buy everything so cheap because I know there's going to be a bull market at some point, and I'm going to 5 to 10x my account, right? If you bought SoFi, if you just kept averaging down, I mean, you could have made like 4 to 6x here on this move from 4 to 32, hypothetically. I mean, even 100% is a win right there. But yeah, that's about it. So bear markets, rewire your brain. It's time to start rewiring your brain to look at red and be like, yes, I'm excited. What a great day today is. I'm glad we're red. Please give me some more red, actually. Come down even cheaper. Please, SoFi back to $4. Please, Palantir back to $5. Please, Nvidia back to 80, 50. Give me Nvidia at 50. Like, that's what you want. That's the mindset you want. You want those discounts, because that's what it is. It's nothing more than a discount opportunity. But people don't see it that way, obviously, because they don't know any better. But I'm hoping that you, after watching this video, you understand it. You understand what I'm telling you, and you walk away like, yeah, what the hell is wrong with me? Why am I looking at red as bad when it's actually good? That's why you never go all in, because that way you have cash to buy the dip. And that's why you save money on the side from your winnings, from your earnings, whatever the case may be. Maybe you work an extra job on the side just to make some extra money to put into the markets later in a bear market. Like Trucker Jeff, he has a wife who has 25K. And I told him, I'm like, maybe you should not, because don't trade with it. Save your wife's 25K off to the side, and when the bear market comes around at some point in the future, you're going to be grateful that you're able to have that 25K from your wife to put it in a really good company, really at cheap prices. So that's so if you have a wife or a husband or something and they got like 25K laying around, well, Trucker Jeff is older, so they've saved a lot more money up, so they can, they have that benefit. Obviously, if you're a millennial and you're poor, different story. You don't have that benefit, unfortunately. You kind of have to be better with your timing at that point. But so yeah, Gen Z definitely has, not Gen Z, Gen X has advantages right now over millennials in that sense. So if you're Gen X, you actually you have a huge advantage over millennials because they still gotta, they don't have your life experience. They don't have all that money saved up. So yeah, that's the big takeaway. Bear markets, red weeks, red months, red days. Embrace them, love them, be happy for them, be grateful because you get to buy at such a massive discount. I'll see you guys in the next one.